Hey guys, welcome back to another serving of food for thought. Of course, not everything in the reading will resonate, so take what does and leave the rest. However, if this resonates, or you just so happen to like this reading, let me know by commenting down below or liking this video. So let's jump right into the energy here, Holy Spirit. What is the messages? What are the messages here for the collective energies? What are the cards here that best represent the message, the reading? Someone is still in denial of the truth because they are still in a space where they're too ashamed to admit their guilt. For many of you, you may see this energy as being two-faced or disloyal, but beyond the fact, I feel this energy was just wearing a mask when dealing with you. This is someone who has some trauma, unhealed wounds, a lot of things that they're now dealing with. Yet I feel this energy is still dealing with a lot of embarrassment and shame because of their choices. I definitely feel this is someone who is in denial of who they truly should be. This is why they're coming out as inconsistent or disoriented when it comes to you. Sorry, you guys. This is someone who has definitely been in a space where they feel like they just can't get something right. This energy is feeling empty inside and still trying to escape a form of reality. This is someone who is in a space where they're lacking direction. And I also feel that's relating to their life being a total train wreck. Someone is ashamed of where they are in life. This is why someone is being distorted or inconsistent with you. They're feeling empty. They feel like they have nothing left. This is why they're trying to escape a reality that they created. This is someone who created this reality by not having a true sense of life,
Food for thought, 313.
communication, or even connection. I feel this energy is just barely hanging on because they're losing themselves in a false reality. This is someone who is simply in denial about losing themselves, but I feel their shame is starting to get the best of them. Someone could be reminiscing, thinking about the past, and I feel there's truly some real regrets. For many of you, this energy's life has become some sort of a wreck, a mess, and for many of you, you're tired of losing yourself in someone who is lost. I feel the both of you could be thinking about the past in some way, but I feel this other energy is thinking about it just as much as you are. This is stemming from the real regrets of how they chose to treat you. And I feel there's also real regrets when it comes to karmic ties, third parties, or even distractions. I feel the communication is closed off. And this energy is an emotional wreck. This energy feels stuck in some type of way because of all the chaos and confusion. This energy is feeling vulnerable, living in some sort of lie, and dealing with their regrets in silence. This energy is coming out as the lost one, a lost soul. There's a lot of talk concerning this relationship or the loss of you. People are bringing you up often. This energy is getting tired of dealing with it. This is causing them to be over emotional, and it's bringing out a lot of embarrassment or even shame. This is keeping this energy in a state of delusion, confusion, especially when it comes to third party energies, because they're tired of the gossip. Someone wants to communicate, but they don't really know what you know about the situation. They don't want to put their foot in their mouth because they know that they're living a lie, not living in their truth. I feel this energy not living in their truth has definitely caused something to be more reckless than it should have, more chaotic than it should have. And this energy is needing to come out of this space of living a lie, but this energy is feeling stuck, bound, all tied up in a big mess. There's definitely a third party or a false environment that's causing them to be half of who they should be. Let's get some more energy here, Holy Spirit. Well, Yeah, there's a lot of anger here when dealing with this energy. This energy is angry when it comes to a third party. They know they cheated themselves. They wish they never settled. But I feel this energy sitting in this false sense of reality and wearing this mask has caused them to try to heal, do some shadow work. Yeah, someone's on the rebound. Someone doesn't want you to know that something has already ended. I feel something has already ended when it comes to a third party that they're completely ashamed about. This is what's making them emotional. Someone is looking at a situation, wondering why they stepped out on you for it, why they betrayed you for something that wasn't really real. This is someone who is now feeling like they have lost themselves in a rebound, a false environment, and they feel bound or stuck due to finances or stability. There's a lot of rage and resentment coming from someone who is acknowledging some real regrets but still not taking actions. This energy is reminiscing, daydreaming. This energy is somewhat stuck in the past. Someone wants to communicate, but they feel like their life is a wreck. Things are too emotional, or you may be too emotional. Please take it how it resonates, but someone is definitely ashamed of an environment or where they are in life right now. This is someone who knows they betrayed you in the worst way by wearing a mask and being fake. Someone feels like they fooled themselves by trying to fool you or trying to get a response from you, but I feel something may have backfired because this energy is completely ashamed and in serious regret. Someone definitely wants to communicate, but they feel like you've had some type of change of heart. This energy feels like you've had a change of heart when dealing with their childish ways or their reckless behaviors. You could be focusing on something different, trying to find clarity where there is no closure. I feel this is somewhat of a waiting game. And instead of waiting for someone who is lawless or confused, you're finding self. This is through self-love and even independence. Being separated from this energy is definitely a blessing for you, somewhat of a blessing in disguise because there is still pain, there is still hurt. I feel like there's a lot of mental exhaustion when dealing with this situation where there's a lot of heartbreak, even betrayal, because of someone's ego or shameless ways. Many of you had to detach, cut the cord, use your head over heart, realizing something just couldn't be tamed. I feel like this is someone who has a fear of love, commitment, or being true to something. Many of you may believe this energy just has a hardened heart, as sometimes this energy can be very cold. However, I do feel like this energy is dealing with a lot of regrets due to their mistakes and betrayals, and also some unhealed trauma from the past that they're also reflecting on that has nothing to do with you. But I also feel it's one of the reasons why they hurt you. Someone doesn't understand their pain, so they could be suffering in silence. I feel this energy is suffering in silence when it comes to being tamed or being true to something, but I feel this energy not being who they should be within a connection with you is going to be a big mistake. For many of you, this is a mistake that has already been made because someone's not wanting to be vulnerable within a situation. Someone has been very inconsistent instead. Nothing's casual about this. This energy broke a lot of promises, but I feel something had to happen in divine timing for this energy to understand their abandonment and neglect, especially when it comes to a soul contract, because everything isn't going right. Actually, I feel for many of you, there's a lot of self-sabotage because this energy is living a lie and causing more confusion and chaos. Someone needs to speak a naked truth. This is connected to someone who is completely lost, but I feel these rumors and things of gossip is definitely finding their way back to either you or this other energy. Influences when it comes to social media, something is being put on blast, and this energy is sweating uncontrollably, wondering what could be revealed when it comes to their selfish desires, even their lies, deception, and trickery. I feel when it comes to their mistakes, it's very complicated, very complex. because this energy did a lot of things from a very senseless space, not seeing something for what it is. Someone went towards something that only made things worse, because this energy was being false, phony, or fake. They ran right into their karma, where there's only addiction and codependent ways. Now something is heavy on their heart, too much to bear, only because they tried to manipulate something with you out of greed and selfishness, causing something to collapse, causing something to have a serious downfall. There's a lot of doubts when it comes to this energy, and they're sitting in a space of pity, sorrow, even remorse for what they've done. But for many of you, someone is regretting the fact that they ever even got caught, and the fact that you may even have receipts for it. Someone has commitment issues, and they're ending up ghosting you or silencing the connection because of this deep, dark connection or deep, dark depression. I feel this energy has a lot of trust issues that may have pushed many of you to have some type of soul death that only turned into a rebirth. Now someone is having night terrors, thinking about what could be lost. They're trying to mirror your energy in some type of way, but there's too many secrets. There's too many things that needs to be discussed or revealed. But I also feel someone is about to be pushed to their breaking point, as they're definitely alone in this process where there is no closure. Yet I sense this energy stabbing you in the back is the reason why they're still in misery and living a nightmare. I feel these mind games only ended up playing themselves. This is why something backfired. Now someone is dealing with their insecurities and stalking, lurking in the dark. Someone is still watching you, even though you may feel this energy may have moved on, or maybe with someone else, but I feel that is no reason they're still not thinking of you. You are the one who should have never got away. Someone was being reckless with their behaviors, wearing a mask, being petty when it comes to a third party, so someone turned their back so that you would react. Now they are shocked by your way of thinking or something that you did that was completely on target, because now you are focusing on self, trying to heal, and this energy is still sitting in a space of being lost. I sense in so many ways, this was a situation where you have been through more than enough, more than anyone could even understand, as they may have been very reckless with your energy, having a fear of love or even commitment. I sense many of you are looking to forgive and forget something that's been taking a very long time to heal. Yet I sense the desires to put this all behind you, the betrayal, the lies, and the secrets. It's been a struggle, as this energy is still attached in some way. I feel like this energy is still attached, as they believe there's still some strong possibility of communication or reconciling with you. But for many of you, this energy is sweating because they know what they truly did. For many of you, you may not know the full story or the half of what they done, but I feel they did enough. You know enough to move on. For others, I feel like you're just waiting for this energy to speak a truth. Let's get some more energy here. But I definitely feel someone is regretting what was already lost. This is someone who's very inconsistent because they're still lawless in their reckless ways, committed to the wrong thing. Something is about to be attached forever. Yet I feel someone's having some type of realization when it comes to something that has been made public, because someone is definitely on the rebound, no longer wanting to play games with a third-party situation. As I said before, this is someone who's completely confused or over it when it comes to a third party, and they're wanting to have a second chance. Something was only temporary, but I feel this energy is still sitting in bad habits, which is causing them to disconnect. Someone wanted attention. They thought that they had many options. This is what they're coming to some type of a conclusion or realization about, because something is now an open book. Someone had no shame in what they were doing. Now this energy is upset that everyone knows, or someone's not letting something slide. I feel like this energy is in a space where they're wanting to reach out, but they hesitate because they don't know how you feel or if you feel the same as they do. But I definitely feel this is someone who is truly tired of being away from you, tired of being neglected, or tired of being on the outside looking in. I feel this energy is in a space of trying to discover something, because something is definitely beyond repair. Something is broken, and they know it. But this energy is too vulnerable or too depressed to make something right. They're doing some type of weird flex because they don't want to be weak when it comes to you. So someone retreated. This energy retreated when they should have just kept it simple. Yet I feel instead of taking things lightly or understanding the truth when it comes to you, someone took a risk, thinking there would be no regrets. This energy didn't show up for you. This energy became someone you didn't recognize, especially when it comes to a third party. I definitely feel there's others involved here. Someone may be in their ear and they're completely triggered about something not working out. This energy is triggered that there was no come up. Only pain and disappointment. Someone is realizing they did all of this for nothing. Now they're wanting to shoot their shot. This energy is wanting to shoot their shot when it comes to a twin flame energy, a divine energy that they feel is the yin to their yang, but they feel something is no longer solid. They should have gave you a higher commitment and been loyal. Someone should have kept something on with you on lock. Yet they were moving too quickly, moving too impulsively, and it's giving pressed. Someone is pressed, almost obsessive, because something is ended or something is no longer the way it used to be. But I feel this energy is upset because you're no longer letting something go. They're agitated. This energy is pressed, almost obsessed, feeling like they should have never did something with no regrets, because they feel like there's tough love now. Someone feels like you're giving them tough love, but I also feel this energy is pressed because they know you have receipts and something is being exposed. And I feel whatever is being said or clear to you has caused you to purge, release, and reset. Someone is detoxing their life from the mind games. I feel for many of you, you're no longer playing with this energy, no longer giving into the guilt trip. This energy feels like you have the unfair advantage within a situation because you're just playing it safe. I feel I'm talking to someone who is no longer letting someone break their heart because of their toxic ways or the fact that they are still lost in something. But I definitely feel something is toxic. There's some sort of conflict of interest because something is definitely out of sync. I feel you could be playing it safe when it comes to someone who is very inconsistent, and for others there's somewhat of a pause, a delay. I feel there is a need for time apart. I feel there's a need for time apart for someone to change their frequency. I feel for many of you, you're thinking of something. I feel like you're old school about something. Many of you are not taking a chance when it comes to this energy. You're taking flight because there's too many chances. Too many chances, and you're tired of the animosity and the abuse. Someone feels like they should have took the chance to make things right. Someone feels like they waited too late. You may not accept their offer. So they may be detached in some type of way. This is why things seem so inconsistent, because many of you are already suspect. Something could be sketchy when dealing with this energy, but I also feel you're stepping into a different phase in life, and if they don't get it right, they just might be lost for good. Many of you are stepping into a different phase, and this energy could be trying to, let's get a little bit more energy. Many of you could be trying to figure things out on your own. Someone doesn't want you to move forward without them. They don't want something to be a fated connection. Someone doesn't want you to come up without them. Someone knows that you're fully capable of making a way without them, and they're just not wanting to be left out. Someone wants this progress with you, yet I feel they're in some type of anticipation of something else. Someone is hoping something else works out. Someone is not wanting to show up empty-handed, but this energy is just doing things the wrong way. This is why this energy is always getting caught up. Yet I also feel these real regrets are starting to hit different, because this energy is sweating uncontrollably, still trying to figure out how they ended up where they are. This is someone who feels like something has been made public. They're ashamed about it. This is why they're inconsistent, trying to take something back. This is yo-yo energy of someone trying to backtrack on something, wanting another chance because they know they did something obsessively. Someone knows that you have chosen energy. They regret throwing shade or being disrespectful, throwing insults in some type of ways. Now they're lurking, watching, hoping that there's some type of vacancy or opening in your life because they know they went the wrong way. I feel like there's someone who did something excessively or obsessively when it comes to a chosen energy, because now they're just taking a lot of setbacks, losses, failures. Someone's taking a lot of losses instead of having a real conversation with you, because I feel in many ways that's all it takes. A deep conversation, whether that's in person, which I sense many of you would rather, or by phone. Someone needs to reach out and just tell the truth, shame the devil, and get whatever's coming to them. But someone's just not being an adult about it. It seems like you're just talking to a brick wall. You barely even know this person because of all the time that was wasted, and the fact that they are stagnant and jaded doesn't make it even better. Doesn't make it better that this energy is inconsistent and jaded at sometimes and completely triggered because they know you have receipts. This energy is pressed when they feel like your life is just getting better. I feel many of you are just trying to step into just good vibes. You're trying to come out of this damaged energy while someone is truly struggling financially. If they are trying to showboat or flex in some type of way, they're faking it. Someone regrets being caught up. This is why it's like talking to a brick wall. Someone really doesn't want to hear about the past. Someone doesn't want to bring up the past. But I feel without doing so, without reconciling with you the right way, something will always end up as a fail. Someone knows they got caught. For many of you, red-handed. Yet they still play the victim even though you know the truth. Wow. And for many of you, you were very honest with this energy, almost brutally honest, almost to the point where you may have said things that you wish you could take back. But as I say before in so many of my readings, some things just need to be said. Someone needs to see something for what it was. This is why they're always on defense and possibly even hesitating to come your way, because your words can definitely cut deep. But I also feel you are a major key. You're a major key in their life, even a plot twist. Wow. Because this might be over your head. This might be over your head or out of your hands, because someone has definitely gone through too much. This may have been the last straw breaking your heart. And it's all starting to hit different. I feel like this beef is starting to hit different. Someone regrets not giving you your flowers and being petty with you, being fake woke, talking in circles, because they know what they were saying was all cap, all lies, bold-faced lies. Someone was all talk while gaslighting you. And this is one of the reasons many of you are just saying this is not for you. You had to make your peace with this situation. And definitely, I can really say this is really making this energy really mad, because they can no longer manifest what they had with you. Someone feels like they can't have the same foundation because there was no loyalty, there was no respect, and many of you are tired of the cap. You're tired of the bold-faced lies, and you're just moving towards something different, something more solid, a higher commitment of loyalty, while many of you are just trying to figure out a different way of approaching this energy. Someone definitely needs to get it right, but I feel there's nothing you can do with someone who is completely lost on who they should be. For many of you, this is someone who will be upset when they realize what they had with you has been tainted for good or broken beyond repair. But I also feel for many of you, you still have something that you want to say that needs to be said. But in so many ways, they already get it. Someone knows they went too far, and they know exactly how they ended up doing that. I feel for many of you, you're no longer wanting to be hurt within this situation where someone has been very lawless with your emotions, your feelings. You're tired of the disrespect. You're tired of something being put out for everyone to know. I feel this energy has changed on you abruptly. But I also feel in many ways you have dodged a bullet. I feel many of you are growing in several ways. Whatever this is will be a humble brag. This energy will be trolling you, watching you. But I also feel they're going to be in a mood because they can't be with you. I definitely feel things are shaping up or changing, even if that's little by little for you. But I feel you're no longer into a double standard where someone was able to do whatever they wanted to do, yet they had restrictions for you. Now this energy is trolling because you can't deal. You're not wanting to deal with the fake energy of someone sugarcoating the truth. Things are just not what they appear when dealing with this energy. And you're just tired of dealing with this energy trying to make themselves look better. Wow. Someone's definitely not presenting themselves in the right way or being ratchet when it comes to a squad. Someone's trying to fit in, so I feel their personality has changed because of it. This is why you feel like you barely even know their energy. I feel there's a lot of people around them that are causing them to be something they are not. Someone is trying to live up to the hype, and they're being savage or ruthless with you because of it. This is why you haven't heard from them, or this is why they're completely distant. This is someone who is trying to figure out a way to get what they want, how to finesse this situation. But I feel something has flatlined. Something didn't go as planned. Someone feels like the relationship is dead or is dying. Someone feels like something cannot be resurrected. This energy is aware of that. They're aware of it, and they're trying to approach something differently with you because they know that love bombing you just won't work this time. The vibe has changed. Someone knows that the vibe has changed when dealing with you because they feel like you've cleared something out to balance your life. You could be doing some type of side hustle or doing something extra that's about to work for you. And this energy is all in their emotions about it. Wow. I feel you have to put something aside to focus on self. This is why the vibe has changed, and this energy knows they just can't come in with an apology or trying to love bomb you, pretending nothing happened. This is someone who is trying to find a new approach, change their outlook on the situation, because if not, something will be dead for good. Something will flatline. Someone needs to just keep it real basic. Yep. Keep it 100 with you. Someone needs to show up the right way and tell the truth. Be honest about what they are or who they are, especially when it comes to a hidden agenda or motives, because you may already know what you need to know about the situation, but I also feel you need answers, and you're completely suspect of the energy. Something is very shady or feels hidden when it comes to them. And I feel the struggle is real when dealing with this energy, because they can be real extra, especially when there's a sudden change in mood, when they're upset, bitter, annoyed, even jealous. because someone is not wanting to be canceled. They could be throwing shade, not keeping it real, but this is what's causing something to be a struggle, somewhat of a rough patch with this energy, because they're still influenced by the wrong people. However, I do see this energy reaching out. This is not today or tomorrow, but someone will be reaching out soon. But I also feel you need to be careful when speaking or responding to this energy, because they might try to use what you say against you. I feel this is connected to someone being even extra salty about a situation, causing something to be a complete struggle. But I feel, as I said before, someone is throwing shade because they don't want to be canceled. Someone doesn't want to be through with you forever. But I also feel this is a situation where their words and energy it's not matching up. It's not adding up. Wow. Because one moment they're into you, then the next minute, they're creating distance with you. Yet I sense what they've been going through lately has caused them to lash out and even avoid others, even you. This is what's causing them to be salty or even bitter. But I feel the struggle is real because they're tired of an environment. They're lashing out, trying to figure something out. Wow. I feel like with this energy, they're going through some type of financial struggle, mentally, emotionally. Please take it how it resonates. All because they played a game that they were bound to lose. So I feel if this energy is starting to behave strangely or create more distance, it's because things are just not working out for them the way they thought it would. And even more, they still don't have a clue on how to fix something with you. Someone feels like they're canceled.
Food for thought, 313.
You won't let them in, or you won't let them forget what they have done. But I feel many of their mistakes have only left you shaking your head, because it makes no sense what they do. You have no words for it. I feel like you have had to cut someone loose because what they say isn't true. They're needing validation. So this energy, you may say a lot of things that they know isn't true just to get next to you because they're in their feelings. They also have a broken heart, even though they are the cause for the breakup between the two of you. I feel this energy is definitely caught in their emotions and their feelings, and it's hard to let something go. But they also have a fear of missing out. And many of you are already aware of that. This energy never being satisfied has left this energy in a place of complacency, which is always causing them to make decisions from a struggle place. Like, these decisions are not well thought out. And I feel whatever you had to do, you're just not sorry about it. You had to bounce. Wow. And someone is wanting to put something on blast. This could even be a third party wanting to out someone. And someone's tired of being on the outside looking in when it comes to you. But I feel whatever you did was on target. Well played. Even though it hurt to make these choices, you had to do what you had to do. And you can't be sorry about that. Someone regrets putting you in this energy after ghosting you and trying to be famous or trying to get recognition in the wrong places. Someone's trying to clap back, pretending what they have with you could be easily thrown away. But I feel their goals, whatever they were working on, didn't work out, especially when dealing with a false environment or third-party energy. Yes, it looks like someone's real loud about the gossip. Someone's trying to degrade someone else. But I feel you Stevie Wonder to the bullshit. I feel like you're not into it. Someone's trying to breadcrumb a situation. They're still not putting the energy in that they should, and they're just shocked because you're not giving in. They're still obsessed and orbiting you. Someone's watching because they know that you're very capable of having more, doing more, and I do see you blowing up, having more. I see you manifesting something new, and this energy is wanting to gas you up so that you don't take your focus off the connection. This is someone who's definitely in their emotions. These are deep feelings, but I feel this energy is inconsistent because they're too tied up in getting attention from third parties instead of working something out with you. This is someone who's about to be put on blast about something. This is something they can't finesse their way out of. But I feel this energy is still thirsty for attention. But I feel they have to stop the cap and keep it real. Someone needs to stop being fake and phony. This is why things are not working out. This is why they're going through a drought, because it's all cap. They're still telling lies. Wow. Still not becoming who they should be. This is what's leaving you shaking your head, because for many of you, you know this person is worth so much more. Holy Spirit, what is the messages here? This energy is worth so much more, but they're always getting caught up in crazy situations. But they always want your forgiveness. This is someone who always wants the forgiveness, but this energy is always putting themselves in situations that are reckless and completely suspect. There's no foundation in what they do. This energy doesn't think before they take a leap. And for some of you, I feel like this energy has a history of these issues, a history of placing blame or just wanting forgiveness when they don't even deserve it. This is what's causing something to be frustrating, not easy to deal with, and even annoying, because this energy is always causing a setback. But I feel this energy is causing setbacks because they're just lying to themselves about you. This energy knows they played themselves. You're good energy, yet I feel this is someone who took your kindness for a weakness. I feel this energy took your kindness for a weakness because they just wasn't ready. Someone wasn't ready for what you were offering then. But I also feel these other energies, these third-party energies, was just putting a bug in their ear, claiming possibly they were too good for you or you were too good for them. This is someone who just took the wrong path, trying to appease the wrong people. This energy took the wrong path and got real sloppy in the streets. Someone got sloppy because they were tired of hearing about you and all of their mistakes. But I feel this is someone who they have a lot of growing up to do, a lot of reflection. Because this energy is always running scared from the connection because they are too immature, spoiled. Someone could have been spoiled as a child and entitled as an adult. Someone's wanting you to know that someone else wasn't it. Like they were not in love with this energy. Someone's wondering why you don't believe him. Someone's wanting you to know that they were not fully invested in the situation and they feel like you're not listening. This energy feels like you're not listening and you're just hearing what you want to hear. But I feel this energy is not to be trusted in so many ways. They've always given you a reason not to trust. This is why this energy is upset. You're not accepting something for what it is. But this energy is just always telling lies. Someone knows that it was crazy to let you go or push you away. But I also feel you're the one person that can truly hurt them, and that scares the hell out of them. I feel it scares them, so they continue to move in a false way. Someone doesn't want to admit how much they care. This is what keeps them lawless or lost. Someone doesn't want to admit what they truly feel. This energy is wondering in a place of complacency, wondering if this is just a moment in life where they're just continuing to learn lessons, or is what they had with you, was it meant to be? Someone's wondering if it was meant to be when it comes to you, because they want a new beginning. They want to start over, but this energy needs to invest in just keeping it real with you, keeping something basic, keeping something real. But this energy has been false for so long. They're just caught up in their own mess. Someone was caught up in their own mess because they have the tendency to believe their own lies. This is someone who is lost in a situation because they never took the time to find self through their problems or mistakes. Someone just really never invested in getting it right. They always moved on to something else. Yet I feel it only hindered their progress. I feel for many of you this was a long journey. I feel like this was a long journey of highs and lows, yet you just want respect. Many of you just want the respect that is deserved. Nothing more, nothing less. As your love shouldn't be taken for granted, and it shouldn't be wasted on those who are not ready to give or receive the way you do, which I sense could be the biggest fail or mistake in their life if they don't find a way or make the effort to make it right. As I said before, someone knows they were crazy for letting go. Someone just didn't think that you would slip away so easily. Someone thought that you would always fight for this. Someone knows what they had with you was rare, it was magical. Yet they feel like the friendship is now out of sync, something is now lost. Now they're in regret about it. Someone's in regret about the attachments because they feel like you're protecting your heart because they were too inconsistent, causing a lot of issues with the trust. But I feel this energy caused a lot of issues with the trust because they have commitment issues as well as trust issues. I feel their relationships are always being turned upside down, but I feel something was different. Something was different when it comes to you, and this is why they feel so attached to you, even when they don't want to be attached to you. But I feel their regret is definitely making them think twice. Someone doesn't want you to protect your heart, your emotions, or even your space from them, but I feel you have to while someone is going through a dark night of the soul. Someone's having to see something for what it is, and someone's going to have to go through it to get through it to find their way. I feel this is someone who is going through a lot of losses and regret to make something stick or something solid, something that will never be forgotten. I feel this is someone who may have gotten away with a lot of things in the past, but they won't be getting away with this. Someone's definitely reckless, always thinking of self, and I feel many of you are over it. You're over this energy being selfish to the connection or allowing others to come in and destroy something that was solid. Now someone could just be watching, feeling jealous, knowing they should make the move, but someone is still rejecting their wounds, dealing with gossip and opinions when they should have been following their heart when it comes to you. Now someone is abused, trapped, stuck in a union they don't even want. This could be a union or even an environment that they now feel a lot of regret for. There's a lot of tension, arguments, fighting, repeated patterns, especially when it comes to karmic lessons. There's no resolution. But I also feel something is going to happen in divine timing because there's only one goal, two ways to get there, and either this energy chooses your path or something else. But I feel if they don't choose the right path, there will be something much worse coming their way. For many of you, there's a lot of cycles of emotion, and many of you feel like it's just not going to happen this lifetime. But I feel something connected to this situation is definitely unexplainable. Because even though many of you are trying to detach, something feels bound or stuck to you because there's no closure. But I also feel there's some sort of awakening when it comes to something that is out of sync. Wow. So I feel like there's an awakening when it comes to being in sync with a soulmate. Someone who is unawakened spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Someone is unawakened to a forgiveness. Oh, wow. For some of you, it's hard to accept this apology, or it's just hard to understand why they put you through this. The fact that they have always given false hope, causing something to be a waiting game. But I feel this is someone who was unawakened to a truth when it comes to a soulmate. They know that being with you made things more simple. But they chose something out of convenience. This is a karmic energy, a third party. This could even be friends that they chose over you. Someone was definitely trying to fit in, or someone was trying not to appear weak over you. Someone gave into a false twin flame. This is so-called love where there is no foundation. But I feel this energy is still hiding their emotions, hiding their feelings when it comes to you. The true twin flame. This is a true twin flame energy here, where someone is dealing with someone who is a copy and paste of you, a false energy. This could also be related to their environment. Please take it how it resonates with your message. But someone feels like all they have left is the memories, because they were too driven by their ego. There was too many highs and lows, because someone was always repeating the same cycle, the same disrespect. Now I feel this is someone who is at a crossroad where there are small challenges that they need to get through to get to you. But I also feel these small challenges are about to awaken their fears, because someone won't be able to take you being a lost one or a lost love when it comes to you. Someone won't be able to take the connection being lost forever, because it wasn't part of the plan. Someone feels like it wasn't part of the plan to lose you, but they're trying to manifest and they don't have the support for that. Someone thought you would chase and compromise, be available. This is the possibilities that they were thinking of. This is why they hesitated, because they thought that you would compromise. They thought you would compromise in love and run after them. Make yourself available. These are the possibilities, but I feel something has reached its peak. I feel something has reached its peak when dealing with a situation that seems to be lost. You're tired of dealing with someone who is in and out or inconsistent when loving you or committing to a situation that seems to be reckless at this point. It's a mess. So since you can't
Food for thought, 313.
see a true commitment with this energy, I feel like you could be protecting your heart, protecting your space, no longer giving into a waiting game with someone who was unawakened. I feel there used to be a friendship here, something that was close, something that was worth having, but someone turned it upside down with arguments and projecting their false energy onto you. There's a lot of attachments, and someone knows that they failed you in the biggest way. They don't want to be blocked. Wow. Someone doesn't want to be blocked, but they know they took a chance against you for the last time. You won't forgive what they put you through. This energy is all in their head. This is why they're inconsistent, because they can't stop thinking about what truly happened behind the scenes and what they really got themselves into. Someone doesn't want you to look further than what's on the surface. They just want to celebrate. But someone feels trapped because they are blocked from your energy. Even if you haven't blocked this energy energetically, like they're not blocked on your phone, this energy still feels trapped because they can't reach out to you in the same ways that they used to. They feel like you won't accept or you won't pick up. And even if you decide to pick up, this energy feels like you just won't even listen. You're going to hear what you want to hear. But I feel this energy, you kind of have to read between the lines, because they're never really telling the truth. There's never any resolve. This energy is always talking in circles. This energy talks in circles because they want to avoid telling you the full story. Someone is wanting to take it all to the grave, but I feel they won't have that chance. Someone is going to have to communicate and tell the truth. This energy hates being blocked or separated, even though they caused this to be distant. But I also feel someone was put to a test. This is divine timing energy here. This was all a test, and they completely failed. Someone definitely missed the assignment here. They didn't get it right. Now something feels like a lost cause, because this energy is coming up as a mental case. Someone who is always in their head, never making choices from the right space. This is why they end up ghosting you. Someone doesn't feel adequate to be with you. But I feel the Most High was testing this energy, that someone tried to justify their behaviors and they fell into some toxic ways. And for some of you, you feel like they're addicted to the toxicity. They like this runner-chaser dynamic. But you are dealing with someone who is unawakened and still seeking forgiveness. But I feel someone failed the test. That's why they can't have what they want with you. But I also feel their choices have cause them to be stuck in limbo because they over romanticize something to be perfectly imperfect. Runner chaser dynamic. Someone never thought that you would block them. You wouldn't chase the connection. This is coming from someone who was just trying to justify their behaviors of being lawless. Now they're feeling like they're trapped, stuck in limbo because of a waiting game. But I also feel this was a game they were meant to lose because it was all a test. There's no celebration because they failed. I feel like this energy over-romanticized a situation. Someone thought the grass was greener on the other side. Now they're hesitant. This energy is hesitant, overthinking something, knowing they should bring you an offer. Many of you, this energy is hesitating because they know they have very little to give. But I feel there will be a breakthrough. There will be a breakthrough when it comes to a runner-chaser energy of someone who knows they need to offer you something that is long overdue. Yet this energy is going through a dark night of the soul, needing to be blocked to understand what they lost with you. Many of you are protecting your energy fiercely, but I also feel something unexpected is about to take place. This could be a tower moment or something that is pushing this energy in the right direction where they have some type of soul activation. Something is being enlightened within them where there could be a turning point. Someone takes off this mask to deal with you honestly and truly. But I feel for many of you, there will be an awakening for someone who has been unawakened for so long. But as I said before, this breakthrough will cause a soul activation where someone's going to offer you something from the heart. This is a turning point for many of you where there's a lot of differences. But I also feel for others, for a very small few of you, there will be conflict when dealing with this energy. Conflict that will push you to just want to say your goodbyes. I feel this could be a hidden blessing for many of you, this detour, because this is not a safe space. For many of you, someone is wanting to bring in real love, wanting to communicate, wanting to change their soul vibration. And for others, there's still conflict here. There's still conflict where something is not compatible. This is why something has been separated. This detour was purposeful because something was not a safe space for your heart. For some of you, this energy is still sitting in a space where there is no respect. No respect, because this energy lacks respect for self. They have already lost their own identity through control issues, but I also feel there will be heavy lessons for it. For many of you, this won't be easy, whether you are about to get the offer or you're about to let go for good. This won't be easy. Yet I feel no relationship is easy, but it shouldn't be a war either. You're tired of dealing with jealousy or someone watching you from a distance or giving this so-called love. Someone needs to awaken to the intensity of this relationship, this connection, this marriage, or this separation will be for good. Someone will be single and ready to mingle. Others, I feel like you're single and just focusing on self, focusing on a new path, possibly even your stability. But I feel for many of you, this offer needs to be right for you to accept it. Others, you're just not even willing to deal with this. You've said your piece and you're not allowing this energy to hurt you again. There's too many lies, there's too many disrespect, and this energy is blocked for a reason. But I do feel due to unplanned events, someone is about to mirror your energy, where the runner has now become the chaser, wanting to compromise because losing you was never part of the plan. In fact, I sense in so many ways this energy has a longing for you. But I also feel they have a long way to go before they find themselves in a better place in life. I feel this energy has a long way to go before they find a new space, a new mindset. But I feel for some of you, this energy is still lost within a space of chaos and confusion, as you may have to ask yourself. You might have to ask yourself if you really want what's left of them or this connection. As I sense only a small few will come out a better person or a better version of themselves, while others will only be a shell of who they should be or truly should be, because they have lost their identity in a situation where things have just gone too far. Many of you feel like this energy is just a lost cause. However, I sense the choice is definitely yours, as you must pay attention to the energy that is given, as they may be able to soften your heart with their words, yet I sense the energy they bring will never lie. So choose wisely, as most don't even deserve your energy. I hope you guys have enjoyed this reading and it's gained some food for thought. If so, let me know by commenting down below or liking this video. Hope to see you again, guys.